France, located in Western Europe, is a country renowned for its rich history, diverse landscapes, world-class art, and global influence in culture, cuisine, fashion, and philosophy. Bordered by countries like Germany, Italy, and Spain, and flanked by the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, France is a geographical and cultural crossroads of Europe. Paris, its capital, is often hailed as the City of Light, and is famed for iconic landmarks such as the Eiffel Tower, Louvre Museum, and Notre Dame Cathedral. Beyond the capital, France offers an array of enchanting regions, from the lavender fields of Provence to the chateau-dotted Loire Valley, the snow-capped Alps, the dramatic coastline of Normandy, and the sun-soaked French Riviera. France is also the birthplace of the Enlightenment and home to a proud tradition of arts, literature, and intellectual thought. The nation's language, cinema, and philosophy have deeply influenced global culture. Its gastronomy, recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage, is celebrated worldwide, with fine wines, cheeses, and a culinary legacy rooted in regional diversity. As a founding member of the European Union and a key player on the global stage, France remains influential in international politics, science, and economics. Whether through its romantic cities, charming villages, or vibrant traditions, France continues to captivate hearts and minds as a symbol of beauty, elegance, and heritage. Paris, the capital of France, is a city renowned for its rich history, art, architecture, and culture. Located along the River Seine, Paris has been a center of power and influence for centuries. By the late Middle Ages and into the Renaissance around the year 1500, Paris was one of the most important cities in Europe. At this time, Paris was recovering from the devastation of the 100 Years' War and the effects of the Black Death. The city was slowly rebuilding under the rule of the Valois kings, particularly Charles VII and Louis XI. The medieval walls still enclosed Paris, with its maze of narrow streets, wooden houses, churches, and bustling marketplaces. The University of Paris, especially the Sorbonne, was one of Europe's leading centers of learning, attracting scholars from across the continent. The Cathedral of Notre Dame stood as a dominant symbol of Gothic architecture, alongside the Sainte-Chapelle and the growing influence of the Louvre, which was being transformed from a fortress into a royal residence. Socially, Paris was divided. Nobles, clergy, merchants, and the poor lived in close proximity, though inequality was stark. The printing press, introduced in the late 15th century, began to influence intellectual life, ushering in humanist thinking and helping to spread Renaissance ideas. Bordeaux, a historic port city in southwestern France, is the capital of the Nouvelle-Aquitaine region and renowned for its rich cultural heritage and world-famous wine industry. Nestled along the Garonne River, Bordeaux has long been a center of trade, particularly in wine, earning it the title Wine Capital of the World. The surrounding vineyards, especially those in Médoc, Saint-Émilion, and Pomerol, produce some of the finest wines globally, attracting connoisseurs from all over. The city boasts remarkable architecture, blending classical elegance with modern flair. Its historic center, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, features grand 18th century buildings, tree-lined boulevards, and the iconic Place de la Bourse, which is beautifully mirrored by the Miroir d'Eau, the world's largest reflecting pool. Bordeaux is also home to numerous museums, galleries, and the contemporary Cité du Vin, a cultural center dedicated to the global history of wine. Bordeaux is vibrant and cosmopolitan, with a lively student population and a flourishing gastronomic scene. Its trams and cycle-friendly streets make it an accessible and green city. From the charm of its old quarters to the innovation of its modern developments, Bordeaux perfectly balances tradition and progress, offering visitors and residents alike a unique and enriching experience in the heart of France's wine country. Lyon, located in east-central France at the confluence of the Rhône and Saône rivers, is the third largest city in the country and a major hub of culture, history, and gastronomy. Often referred to as the culinary capital of France, Lyon is famed for its traditional bouchon, local restaurants, and as the birthplace of renowned chef Paul Bocuse. The city's cuisine reflects its rich regional heritage and continues to attract food lovers from around the world. Founded by the Romans as Lugdunum in 43 BCE, Lyon has a remarkable historical legacy. Its well-preserved Old Town Vieux-Lyon, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, showcases Renaissance architecture, narrow cobbled streets, and secret passageways known as trabelis. The hill of Fourvière offers panoramic views and is crowned by the Basilica of Notre-Dame de Fourvière, a symbol of the city. Lyon is also a city of innovation and art, known for its vibrant cultural scene, including the internationally acclaimed Fête des Lumières, Festival of Lights, which transforms the city into an open-air gallery of light installations every December. The city has a dynamic economy, with strengths in banking, biotech, and digital technology, and it is a major center for higher education and research. Combining a deep respect for history with a forward-looking spirit, Lyon offers a unique and enriching experience, blending tradition. Strasbourg, the capital of the Grand Est region in northeastern France, is a city where French and German cultures beautifully intertwine, reflecting its unique history and location near the Rhine River and the German border. Known for its picturesque old town and historic significance, Strasbourg is a major European center and home to key institutions such as the European Parliament, the Council of Europe, and the European Court of Human Rights. At the heart of the city lies the Grand Île, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, renowned for its half-timbered houses, charming canals, and cobbled streets. Dominating the skyline is the magnificent Strasbourg Cathedral, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture with its soaring spire, intricate carvings, and astronomical clock. The surrounding area, known as La Petite France, enchants visitors with its medieval charm and scenic waterways. Strasbourg is also a hub of culture and learning, with a vibrant arts scene, renowned museums, and one of France's oldest and most prestigious universities. The city embraces innovation while preserving its heritage, offering a harmonious blend of past and present. Famous for its festive Christmas market, One of the oldest and largest in Europe, Strasbourg is lively year-round, with events, gastronomy, and a strong local identity. With its bilingual character, strategic importance, and stunning architecture, Strasbourg stands out. Annecy, often called the Venice of the Alps, is a stunning city in southeastern France, located in the Haute-Savoie department of the Auvergne-Rhône Alps region. Nestled between snow-capped mountains and the crystal-clear waters of Lake Annecy, it offers breathtaking natural beauty and a rich historical charm that attract visitors year-round. The city is famous for its picturesque canals that weave through the old town Vieille, lined with pastel-colored houses, flower-filled balconies, and cobblestone streets. At the heart of the old town stands the Château d'Annecy, a restored medieval castle that now houses a museum showcasing regional art and history. Another iconic landmark is the Palais de Lille, a 12th century building situated in the middle of a canal, once a prison and now a local history museum. Lake Annecy, known as one of the cleanest lakes in Europe, is a haven for outdoor activities, including swimming, sailing, kayaking, and cycling along its scenic paths. The surrounding Alps provide opportunities for hiking, paragliding, and winter sports. Annecy also hosts cultural events such as the Annecy International Animation Film Festival, one of the most prestigious in the world. Its blend of serene landscapes, historical architecture, and vibrant culture makes Annecy a jewel of the French Alps, a perfect balance of tranquility, tradition, and modern charm. Marseille, located on the Mediterranean coast in southern France, is the country's oldest city, founded by Greek sailors around 600 BCE. As the capital of the Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur region and France's second largest city, Marseille is a vibrant melting pot of cultures, shaped by centuries of migration, trade, and maritime history. At the heart of the city lies the Vieux-Port Old Port, a bustling harbor where fishing boats and yachts share space, surrounded by lively cafes and seafood restaurants. Overlooking the port is the iconic Notre-Dame de la Garde Basilica, perched on a hilltop and offering panoramic views of the city and the sea. This landmark is a symbol of local pride and a site of pilgrimage for many. Marseille's historic neighborhoods, like Le Panier, showcase narrow, winding streets, colorful buildings, and a strong local identity. The city is also known for its unique cuisine, including the famous bouillabaisse, a traditional Provençal fish stew. Its markets, especially Noé, reflect its North African and Mediterranean influences, adding to its dynamic character. Culturally rich and diverse, Marseille has a thriving art scene, with museums like Museum of European and Mediterranean Civilizations, and numerous festivals. Colmar, nestled in the heart of the Alsace region in northeastern France, is a charming town renowned for its fairy tale beauty, well-preserved architecture, and rich cultural heritage. Often described as one of the most picturesque towns in France, Colmar captivates visitors with its colorful half-timbered houses, cobbled streets, and scenic canals, earning it the nickname Little Venice. The town's historic center is a living museum of medieval and Renaissance architecture. Notable landmarks include the Unterlinden Museum, which houses the famous Isenheim altarpiece, and the Maison Pfister, an ornate 16th century house that exemplifies Alsatian craftsmanship. St. Martin's Collegiate Church, with its Gothic design, stands proudly in the heart of town. Colmar is also celebrated for its role in the Alsace wine route. Surrounded by rolling vineyards, it offers easy access to some of the finest white wines in France, particularly Riesling and Gewürztraminer. Wine cellars, tasting rooms, and traditional windstubs, Alsatian taverns, contribute to the town's warm, inviting atmosphere. The town hosts vibrant festivals year-round, including a magical Christmas market and the annual Colmar International Festival of Classical Music. With its blend of German and French influences, flower-decked buildings, and peaceful canals, Colmar feels like a step back in time. Lille, located in northern France near the border with Belgium, is a dynamic and culturally rich city that blends Flemish charm with French elegance. As the capital of the Hauts-de-France region and the fourth largest urban area in the country, Lille has transformed from an industrial hub into a vibrant center of arts, education, and commerce. The city's historical core, Vieux-Lille, is a maze of cobbled streets, beautifully restored 17th century buildings, chic boutiques, and inviting cafes. At its heart lies the Grand Place, Place du Général de Gaulle, a lively square surrounded by Baroque architecture, including the ornate Vieille Bourse, a former stock exchange turned cultural hotspot. Nearby, the towering neo-Gothic Lille Cathedral and the Palais des Beaux-Arts, one of France's premier art museums, reflect the city's rich artistic and architectural heritage. Lille is known for its youthful energy, driven by its large student population and prestigious universities. It hosts numerous festivals and events, including the famous Braderie de Lille, Europe's largest flea market, attracting millions each September. The city's cuisine, with its strong Flemish influences, features hearty dishes like carbonade flamand and waffles. With excellent transport links to Paris, Brussels, and London, Lille is a gateway to Northern Europe. Its blend of historical depth, cultural vitality. Toulouse, known as La Ville Rose, the Pink City, for its distinctive terracotta brick architecture, is a vibrant and historic city in southwestern France. As the capital of the Occitanie region and the fourth largest city in the country, Toulouse boasts a rich blend of heritage, innovation, and southern charm. The city's historic center is a maze of lively squares, narrow streets, and elegant buildings glowing in warm shades of pink and orange. Highlights include the majestic Capitale de Toulouse, home to the City Hall and a grand theatre, and the Basilica of Saint-Sernin, one of the largest Romanesque churches in Europe and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Garonne River and the Canal du Midi, both weaving through the city, offer scenic walks and boat rides. Toulouse is also a major hub for science and technology. It's the center of Europe's aerospace industry, home to Airbus headquarters and a thriving network of research institutions and universities. This gives the city a youthful, forward-looking energy. The city is equally known for its relaxed Mediterranean lifestyle, excellent gastronomy, including dishes like cassoulet, and a vibrant cultural scene, with festivals, museums, and music events throughout the year. With its sunny climate, rich history, and cutting-edge innovation, Toulouse offers a perfect balance of tradition. Avignon, located in the Provence region of southeastern France, along the Rhône River, is a city steeped in history, culture, and medieval charm. Once the seat of the Catholic papacy in the 14th century, Avignon is best known for the monumental Palais des Papes, Palace of the Popes, one of the largest and most important Gothic buildings in Europe. This UNESCO World Heritage Site stands as a powerful symbol of the city's religious and political significance during the Middle Ages. Surrounded by well-preserved medieval ramparts, Avignon's Old Town is a picturesque maze of cobbled streets, vibrant squares, and historic buildings. Another iconic site is the Pont Saint-Bénézet, famously known as the Pont d'Avignon, a partially ruined bridge stretching into the Rhône that inspired a beloved French folk song. Avignon is also a major cultural center. Every July it hosts the renowned Festival d'Avignon, one of the most important contemporary performing arts festivals in the world, drawing artists and audiences from across the globe. The city boasts numerous museums, art galleries, and theaters that reflect its deep artistic heritage. With its Provençal flair, sunny climate, bustling markets, and surrounding vineyards, Avignon offers a unique blend of historical grandeur and southern French charm. Whether exploring its papal legacy or enjoying its modern cultural scene, Corsica is not a city but a Mediterranean island and a territorial collectivity of France, located southeast of the French mainland and west of Italy. Known as Île de Beauté, Island of Beauty, Corsica is famed for its dramatic mountain landscapes, pristine beaches, and rich cultural heritage that blends French and Italian influences with a distinct local identity. The island's capital, Ajaccio, is the birthplace of Napoleon Bonaparte and features numerous sites related to his legacy, including the Maison Bonaparte Museum. The city itself offers a charming mix of historic architecture, lively markets, and a beautiful coastline. On the eastern coast lies Bastia, a major port city known for its Baroque churches and Genoese influence, while Corte in the mountainous interior is a symbol of Corsican nationalism and home to the University of Corsica. Corsica's natural beauty is unparalleled. The island features rugged cliffs, dense forests, and scenic hiking trails like the famous GR20, one of Europe's most challenging long-distance treks. Its protected nature reserves and crystal-clear waters make it a haven for outdoor enthusiasts. Though part of France, Corsica has maintained a strong regional culture, including its own language, Corsican, music, and culinary traditions. With its mix of majestic landscapes, historical depth, and cultural uniqueness, Corsica offers a truly distinctive and enriching experience, unlike anywhere else in France. Dijon, the capital of the Bourgogne-Franche-Comté region in eastern France, is a city renowned for its rich history, architectural elegance, and world-famous gastronomy. Once the seat of the powerful Dukes of Burgundy, Dijon flourished during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, leaving behind a remarkable legacy of art and culture. The city's historic center is beautifully preserved, with cobblestone streets, timber-framed houses, and grand mansions reflecting centuries of wealth and influence. Landmarks such as the Palace of the Dukes of Burgundy, now housing the Musée des Beaux-Arts, and the Church of Notre Dame, with its distinctive owl carving, believed to bring good luck, offer visitors a glimpse into Dijon's glorious past. Dijon is internationally celebrated for its mustard, a culinary staple that originated in the region, as well as for its connection to Burgundy wines. The city sits at the northern end of the famed Route des Grands Crus, which passes through some of the world's most prestigious vineyards. Dijon's markets, especially the Les Halles covered market designed by Gustave Eiffel, showcase the richness of local produce and regional delicacies. In addition to its historical and gastronomic appeal, Dijon is a modern and vibrant city with a strong cultural scene, universities and green spaces. With its blend of tradition, refinement, and innovation, Dijon offers an authentic and enriching experience at the heart of one of France's most storied regions. Cannes, located on the glamorous French Riviera in southeastern France, is world-renowned for its luxury, beauty, and international appeal. Once a quiet fishing village, Cannes transformed into a prestigious seaside resort in the 19th century and is now synonymous with elegance, celebrity, and cinematic prestige. The city is most famous for the Cannes Film Festival, held each May at the Palais des Festivals et des Congrès. This global event attracts the biggest names in cinema and turns Cannes into a hub of red carpets, flashing cameras, and high fashion. The famous Boulevard de la Croisette, lined with palm trees, luxury boutique, grand hotels like the Calaton, and stunning beaches, is the beating heart of the city. Beyond the glamour, Cannes has a charming old quarter known as Les Souquets, where narrow winding streets, colorful houses and sweeping views of the bay offer a more traditional Provençal feel. Îles de Lérins, just offshore, are tranquil islands, with historic sites like the Fort Royal and the Abbey of Lérins, perfect for a peaceful escape. Cannes enjoys a Mediterranean climate, making it a year-round destination for sun-seekers and luxury travelers. Its blend of natural beauty, cultural sophistication, and modern amenities makes it one of the most alluring destinations on the French Riviera, where history, art, and prestige come together in spectacular fashion. Nantes, located in western France, along the Loire River, is a vibrant, innovative city with a rich maritime and industrial past. As the historic capital of Brittany and the current capital of the Pays de la Loire region, Nantes is known for its creativity, cultural dynamism, and environmental consciousness, often ranked among the most livable cities in France. Historically, Nantes was a major port and trading center, especially during the 18th century. This legacy is visible in the Château de Duc de Bretagne, a beautifully restored castle that now houses a museum tracing the city's past. The Ile de Nantes, a former industrial area, has been transformed into a hub of contemporary art and architecture, most famously home to the Machines de Lille, a fantastical world of mechanical animals inspired by Jules Verne, who was born in Nantes. The city's historic center is a mix of old and new, with elegant 18th century buildings, charming neighborhoods like Bouffay with medieval streets, and modern urban developments. The Passage Pommeray, a 19th century shopping arcade, is an architectural gem and popular destination. Nantes is also a green city, crisscrossed by bike paths, parks, and eco-friendly transport systems. Saint-Malo, located on the northern coast of Brittany in northwestern France, is a historic port city known for its striking walled old town, maritime legacy, and dramatic tides. Facing the English Channel, it was once a haven for privateers, state-sanctioned pirates who brought both wealth and notoriety to the city during the 17th and 18th centuries. The heart of Saint-Malo is the Intramuros, the fortified old city rebuilt after World War II with remarkable fidelity to its original style. Surrounded by granite ramparts, visitors can walk along the city walls for panoramic views of the sea, beaches, and harbor. Inside the walls, narrow cobbled streets, charming squares, and historic buildings like the St. Vincent Cathedral evoke a deep sense of the past. Saint-Malo's long, sandy beaches and powerful tides make it a popular destination for beachgoers and sailing enthusiasts. Just offshore are small islands, such as Grand Bay, where writer Chateaubriand is buried, and Fort National, accessible on foot during low tide. The city is also a gateway to other iconic sites in Brittany, including Mont Saint-Michel, and hosts numerous events such as the Route du Rhum, a famous solo transatlantic sailing race. With its rich seafaring history, impressive fortifications, and vibrant coastal charm, Saint-Malo is a captivating blend of adventure, history, and natural beauty. Saint-Tropez, located on the French Riviera in the Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur region, is one of the most glamorous and iconic coastal towns in France. Once a quiet fishing village, it rose to international fame in the 1950s, when actress Brigitte Bardot starred in God Created Woman, turning the town into a symbol of Riviera chic and celebrity allure. Today, Saint-Tropez is renowned for its luxury lifestyle, attracting artists, movie stars, fashion icons, and travelers from around the world. Its picturesque old port is lined with pastel-colored buildings, luxury yachts, and vibrant cafes where people gather to see and be seen. The nearby Place des Lices, shaded by plane trees, hosts a lively market and traditional games of pétanque. Beyond its glitzy reputation, Saint-Tropez maintains authentic Provençal charm. The La Punch district, once the fisherman's quarter, features narrow cobbled streets and old stone houses. The citadel of Saint-Tropez, overlooking the town, offers panoramic views and houses a maritime museum, showcasing the town's nautical heritage. Saint-Tropez is also famous for its beaches, particularly the legendary Pampelonne Beach, lined with exclusive beach clubs. The town hosts art galleries, luxury boutiques, and cultural events such as the Les Voiles de Saint-Tropez, a prestigious sailing regatta. Bayonne, a picturesque town in the heart of Burgundy-Bourgogne, eastern France, is celebrated as the wine capital of the region and a gem of French heritage. Surrounded by rolling vineyards and located along the prestigious Route de Grand Cru, Bayonne is at the center of one of the world's most renowned wine-producing areas, famed for its exceptional Pinot Noir and Chardonnay wines. At the core of the town lies the iconic Hôtel Dieu, also known as the Hospices de Bayonne. Founded in 1443 as a medieval hospital for the poor, this Gothic masterpiece is distinguished by its colorful glazed tile roof and beautifully preserved interiors. Today it serves as a museum and hosts the world-famous Hospices de Bayonne wine auction each November, an event that draws wine lovers and professionals from across the globe. Bayonne's charming old town is enclosed by ancient ramparts and offers cobbled streets, half-timbered houses, wine cellars, boutiques, and inviting cafes. The Collégiale Notre-Dame, a Romanesque church with remarkable tapestries, adds to the town's historical richness. Wine is more than an industry here, it's a way of life. Dozens of cellars and estates offer tastings and tours, and the Maison des Climats educates visitors on the unique Burgundian concept of climats, vineyard plots now recognized by UNESCO. Orléans, located on the banks of the Loire River in north-central France, is a historic city known for its deep ties to French history, particularly its association with Joan of Arc, the national heroine who played a pivotal role in the 100 Years' War. As the capital of the Centre-Val de Loire region and the Loiretti department, Orléans blends rich heritage with modern vitality. The city's centerpiece is the majestic Sainte-Croix Cathedral, a Gothic masterpiece with twin towers that dominate the skyline. Nearby, the Maison de Jeanne d'Arc commemorates the young warrior's role in lifting the siege of Orléans in 1429, an event that turned the tide in favor of the French. Every May, the Fête de Jeanne d'Arc celebrate this legacy with parades, reenactments, and fireworks. Orléans' historic old town features beautifully restored timber-framed houses, elegant mansions, and charming squares, such as the Place du Martreuil, where a grand equestrian statue of Joan of Arc stands. The Loire River, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, provides a picturesque setting for walks, boat rides, and riverside markets. Culturally dynamic, Orléans is home to museums, theaters, and a growing art scene. It also boasts green spaces like the Parc Floral de la Source and easy access to the Loire Valley's famed chateaux and vineyards. With its powerful blend of history, natural beauty, and urban energy, the Loire Valley, often called the Garden of France, is a breathtaking region in central France, renowned for its majestic chateaux, lush landscapes, and rich cultural heritage. Stretching along the Loire River, France's longest river, the valley spans several departments and is a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site for its outstanding natural beauty and historical significance. Famous for its fairy tale castles, the Loire Valley is home to over 300 chateaux, ranging from medieval fortresses to Renaissance masterpieces. Highlights include Château de Chambord, with its grand scale and Leonardo da Vinci-inspired staircase, Château de Chanceau, elegantly arching over the River Cher, and Château d'Amboise, once a royal residence and burial site of da Vinci himself. The region is also a center of French Renaissance culture, art, and architecture. Towns like Tours, Blois, Saumur, and Orléans are steeped in history and charm, offering vibrant markets, Gothic cathedrals, and cobbled streets. Beyond its architectural splendor, the Loire Valley is celebrated for its vineyards and wines, including crisp Sauvignon Blancs from Sancerre, aromatic Chenin from Vouvray, and elegant reds from Chenin. The fertile land and gentle climate support thriving agriculture and a culinary scene rooted in local produce. Verdun Gorge. The Verdun Gorge, Gorges du Verdun, is one of Europe's most spectacular natural wonders, located in southeastern France, within the Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur region. Often called the Grand Canyon of Europe, this dramatic limestone canyon stretches approximately 25 kilometers and plunges up to 700 meters deep, carved over millennia by the emerald green Verdun River. Renowned for its stunning scenery, turquoise waters, and sheer cliffs, the Verdun Gorge attracts nature lovers, hikers, and thrill-seekers alike. The area is a paradise for outdoor activities, offering rock climbing, kayaking, rafting, and paddleboarding along the river, especially in the calm waters of Lac de Sainte-Croix, which marks the gorge's western entrance. For hikers, the gorge features trails of varying difficulty, including the famous Sentier Blanc Martel, which winds through the canyon and offers panoramic views, narrow tunnels, and dizzying cliffside paths. Cyclists and drivers can also enjoy the breathtaking Route des Crêtes, a scenic road with multiple viewpoints overlooking the canyon. The surrounding region is dotted with picturesque Provençal villages like Moustiers-Sainte-Marie, known for its pottery and hilltop charm, and Castellane, the eastern gateway to the gorge. Whether you're seeking adrenaline-fueled adventure or tranquil beauty, the Verdun Gorge offers an unforgettable experience, a harmonious blend of raw nature, crystal-clear waters. Mont Blanc, meaning White Mountain, is the highest peak in Western Europe, soaring to an altitude of 4,810 meters, 15,781 feet, located in the heart of the Alps. It straddles the French-Italian border and dominates the Haute-Savoie region of southeastern France. Mont Blanc is not only a symbol of natural grandeur, but also a magnet for adventurers, mountaineers, and nature enthusiasts from around the world. The surrounding Mont Blanc Massif is a dramatic alpine landscape of jagged peaks, glaciers, and deep valleys. The mountain is most famously viewed from the vibrant town of Chamonix, one of the world's most iconic mountain resorts, and the site of the first Winter Olympic Games in 1924. Chamonix offers year-round activities, from world-class skiing and snowboarding in winter to hiking, rock climbing, paragliding, and trail running in summer. A highlight of the region is the Aiguille du Midi cable car, which transports visitors to 3,842 meters for breathtaking views of Mont Blanc and the surrounding Alps. More adventurous travelers may attempt the Mont Blanc ascent, a challenging yet rewarding mountaineering expedition requiring physical endurance and technical skill. Mont Blanc is also a source of inspiration for poets, painters, and scientists. It represents the raw beauty and power of nature, a snow-covered giant standing as a sentinel over Europe's mountainous heart. Ézi, a stunning medieval village perched high above the French Riviera, is one of the most enchanting destinations in southeastern France. Located between Nice and Monaco, Ézi clings to a rocky cliff nearly 430 meters above the Mediterranean Sea, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the coastline below. Its dramatic setting and timeless charm have earned it the nickname, the Eagle's Nest. Nid d'Aigle. The heart of Ézi is a labyrinth of narrow cobbled streets, arched passageways, and stone buildings that have remained virtually unchanged for centuries. The village is entirely pedestrian, inviting visitors to slow down and explore its artisan boutiques, art galleries, and charming cafes tucked into ancient walls. The beautifully preserved architecture reflects Ézi's medieval heritage, creating a serene and romantic atmosphere. One of the village's highlights is the exotic garden of Air, Jardin Exotique, situated atop the ruins of a 12th century chateau. The garden features a stunning collection of cacti, succulents, and Mediterranean plants, all set against the backdrop of sweeping sea views. Nearby, the Église Notre-Dame de l'Assomption, with its ochre façade and Baroque interior, adds a touch of spiritual tranquility. Ézi has long inspired artists, writers, and philosophers, including Friedrich Nietzsche, who often walked the steep trail from Ézi to the sea, now known as the Nietzsche Path. The French Alps are a breathtaking mountain region in southeastern France, renowned for their dramatic peaks, pristine nature, and year-round outdoor adventures. Spanning the regions of Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes and Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur, the French Alps form part of the greater alpine range that stretches across Europe. At their heart stands Mont Blanc, Western Europe's highest summit at 4,810 meters, towering above a landscape of glaciers, alpine meadows, and pine forests. In winter, the French Alps transform into a snow-covered wonderland, home to some of the world's most famous ski resorts like Chamonix, Courchevel, Méribel, Val d'Isère, and Les Deux Alpes, with miles of ski slopes, world-class facilities, and charming chalets. The region attracts skiers and snowboarders from across the globe. In summer, the Alps become a haven for hiking, mountain biking, climbing, paragliding, and trail running. Scenic trails lead through flower-filled valleys, past turquoise lakes, and roaring waterfalls, offering spectacular views and a deep connection with nature. Picturesque alpine villages such as Annecy, Samoëns, and La Clouzaz offer a warm blend of traditional architecture, local cuisine, and mountain hospitality. rich in biodiversity and protected areas like the Écrins and Vanoise national parks. The French Alps are not only a playground for outdoor enthusiasts, but also a sanctuary for wildlife and alpine flora. Chamonix, nestled in the French Alps near the junction of France, Switzerland, and Italy, is one of the world's most renowned alpine destinations. Located at the foot of Mont Blanc, Western Europe's highest peak, 4,810 meters, Chamonix is steeped in mountaineering history. It was the site of the first Winter Olympics in 1924 and remains a magnet for skiers, climbers, hikers, and adventure seekers year-round. The town itself is charming, with a mix of traditional alpine architecture and modern amenities. Its streets are lined with cozy cafes, gear shops, and lodges, catering to both elite athletes and casual tourists. Chamonix's unique atmosphere blends a rustic mountain spirit with international sophistication. In winter, the valley becomes a paradise for skiing and snowboarding, with access to multiple ski areas like Les Grands Monts and the Vallée Blanche, an off-piste route that descends from the Aiguille du Midi. Summer transforms Chamonix into a hub for hiking, paragliding, mountain biking, and trail running, with the iconic Ultra Trail du Mont Blanc attracting runners from across the globe. Despite its popularity, Chamonix retains a deep connection to its alpine heritage. The Compagnie de Guides de Chamonix, founded in 1821, is the oldest mountain guide company in the world, with breathtaking scenery, rich history, and thrilling outdoor pursuits. Reims is a historic city in northeastern France, located in the Champagne region. By the year 1500, Reims held significant religious, political, and cultural importance, especially in the context of the French monarchy and the Catholic Church. Reims is best known as the traditional site for the coronation of French kings. Since the baptism of Clovis by Saint Remigius in 4906 AD, the city became symbolically tied to the legitimacy of royal authority. The Cathédrale Notre-Dame de Reims, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture, was the site where nearly all French monarchs were crowned from the 11th century onward. By 1500, the cathedral had already seen many coronations and was considered a sacred and national monument. In the 15th century, Reims was also deeply affected by the 100 Years' War. It was occupied by English and Burgundian forces for a time, but was reclaimed by Charles VII in 1429, with the help of Joan of Arc, who played a pivotal role in restoring the coronation ceremony in the city. Culturally, Reims was a center of learning and ecclesiastical power. Biarritz in 1500 was a small fishing village on the southwestern coast of France, in the Basque Country, along the Bay of Biscay. At that time, it was far from the glamorous seaside resort it would become centuries later. In the 15th and 16th centuries, Biarritz was primarily known for whale hunting and fishing, which formed the core of its economy. Local fishermen ventured far into the Atlantic, even as far as Newfoundland, in pursuit of whales and cod. Whale oil was a valuable commodity, used for lighting and various industrial purposes, and Biarritz gained regional importance as a whaling port. The town's coat of arms still features a whale to reflect this heritage. Culturally, Biarritz was part of the Basque country, with a strong identity shaped by Basque language, customs, and traditions. Though under the rule of the Kingdom of France, the area maintained local governance practices and a distinct culture. At this time, Biarritz was not yet a political or religious center like Reims. It was a modest coastal settlement whose people lived closely with the sea. The town had basic defenses against pirates and storms, but it was not heavily fortified or wealthy. Bonifacio, perched dramatically atop limestone cliffs at the southern tip of Corsica, is one of France's most breathtaking and unique towns. Overlooking the sparkling turquoise waters of the Mediterranean Sea, and just a short distance from Sardinia, Bonifacio boasts a spectacular natural setting, rich history, and distinct island charm. The town is divided into two parts: the Haute Ville, Upper Town, set atop sheer white cliffs that plunge into the sea, and the port, nestled in a natural fjord-like harbor below. The medieval Upper Town is a maze of narrow cobbled streets, ancient houses and historic landmarks, including the citadel, which has stood since the 9th century. The views from the cliffside Escalier du Roi d'Aragon, a dramatic staircase carved into the rock, are unforgettable. Bonifacio's long history is reflected in its blend of Genoese, French and Corsican influences, and it has served as a strategic fortress and maritime hub for centuries. Its position on the Strait of Bonifacio has made it a cultural crossroads between mainland Europe and the Mediterranean world. The port area is lively and picturesque, lined with cafes, restaurants and shops, making it a popular stop for sailors and visitors exploring Corsica's southern coast. Lourdes, nestled in the foothills of the Pyrenees in southwestern France, is one of the world's most important pilgrimage sites and a place of deep spiritual significance. This small town, located in the Occitanie region, became globally renowned in 1858, when Bernadette Soubirous, a young peasant girl, reported a series of Marian apparitions at the grotto of Massabielle. The Virgin Mary's appearances, later recognized by the Catholic Church, transformed Lourdes into a sacred destination for millions of visitors each year. At the heart of Lourdes lies the Sanctuary of Our Lady of Lourdes, a vast religious complex that includes the grotto, several basilicas, most notably the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception, the Rosary Basilica and the Basilica of St. Pius X, as well as the candlelight procession and Eucharistic procession, which are deeply moving spiritual experiences. Pilgrims come from around the globe to pray, attend Mass, and bathe in the grotto's spring water, believed by many to possess healing powers. Over 70 miraculous healings have been officially recognized by the Church, adding to Lourdes' aura of faith and hope. Beyond its religious significance, Lourdes offers picturesque views of the Pyrenees, charming streets lined with hotels and souvenir shops, and historical sites like the Château Fort de Lourdes, a medieval fortress with panoramic views and a museum of Pyrenean culture. La Rochelle was a thriving port city on the western coast of France, along the Bay of Biscay. Strategically located, it had grown into an important center for trade, shipbuilding, and maritime commerce. By the early 16th century, La Rochelle was one of France's leading ports, dealing in salt, wine, and fish, and had trading links with England, Spain, and the Low Countries. The city had a strong tradition of independence and enjoyed a degree of self-governance under a communal charter granted by the French crown. Its population was known for its entrepreneurial spirit and maritime expertise, fortified with walls and towers, including the famous Tour de la Chaîne and Tour Saint-Nicolas. La Rochelle was well defended against both invaders and pirates. Though still Catholic in 1500, La Rochelle would soon become a stronghold of Protestantism during the Reformation, playing a major role in the French Wars of Religion later in the 16th century. This Protestant identity would lead to several sieges, most famously the Siege of La Rochelle, 1627–1628, by Cardinal Richelieu during the reign of Louis III. Culturally and economically, the city benefited from its openness to new ideas and international connections. Carcassonne, located in the Occitanie region of southern France, is one of the most iconic medieval cities in Europe, famed for its remarkably preserved fortified citadel. This UNESCO World Heritage Site, known as La Cité de Carcassonne, stands proudly atop a hill overlooking the Aude River and the modern Lower Town, offering a breathtaking glimpse into the Middle Ages. The citadel is encircled by double ramparts stretching nearly 3 kilometers, dotted with 52 towers, making it one of the largest and best preserved walled cities in the world. Within its walls, narrow cobbled streets, ancient houses and the impressive Basilica of Saints Nazarius and Celsus transport visitors back in time. Originally a Roman settlement, Carcassonne's fortifications were expanded in the medieval period and restored in the 19th century by architect Eugène Viollet-le-Duc. Beyond its historical allure, Carcassonne boasts a lively cultural scene, with shops, traditional restaurants, and artisan boutiques nestled inside the walls. The city also hosts the Festival de Carcassonne, a summer event that features music, theatre, and dance in spectacular historical settings. In the Lower Town, known as the Bastide Saint-Louis, visitors can enjoy open-air markets, museums and tranquil walks along the Canal du Midi, another UNESCO-listed site. Aix-en-Provence was a prominent cultural and administrative center in southeastern France. Founded by the Romans in 1203 BCE as Aquae Sextiae, the city was known for its thermal springs and mild climate. By the 16th century, it had grown into the capital of Provence, which had been formally incorporated into the Kingdom of France in 1481, after the death of the last Count of Provence. As the regional capital, Aix-en-Provence served as the seat of the Parlement of Provence, a sovereign court of justice established in 1501 by King Louis XII. This made the city a major legal and political hub in southern France. The presence of the Parlement also attracted lawyers, scholars, and noble families, helping to elevate the city's intellectual and social life. Aix-en-Provence was a center of Renaissance culture in the region, with strong Italian influences due to its proximity to Italy. The city hosted artists, poets, and humanists, and its architecture began to reflect Renaissance aesthetics. The University of Aix, founded in 1409, was a key institution in law and the humanities, further enhancing the city's prestige. Economically, the city was supported by agriculture, local trade, and the patronage of wealthy elites. Montpellier was a flourishing city in southern France, known for its intellectual, medical, and commercial significance. Located near the Mediterranean coast, it benefited from trade routes linking Spain, Italy, and Northern Europe. By this time, Montpellier had established itself as one of the key urban centers of the Languedoc region. The city was especially renowned for its University of Montpellier, founded in the 13th century, and famous for its Faculty of Medicine, one of the oldest in Europe. By 1500, it had become a prestigious center for medical, legal, and philosophical studies, attracting students and scholars from across Europe. Montpellier's medical school enjoyed strong links with both the Arab and Jewish traditions of medicine, making it a hub of advanced knowledge. Montpellier also had a diverse population. In the late Middle Ages, it was home to Christians, Jews, and Muslims, though by 1500, religious tensions were growing, and many non-Christians had been expelled or converted. The city was beginning to experience the early effects of the Reformation, and in the decades that followed, it would become a significant Huguenot, Protestant stronghold during the French Wars of Religion.